Hi. Hey, when was the last time you had your brain balanced and synchronized? Okay. That is very important to have that, to do that occasionally. In this video, you're going to learn that technique, but what you're going to see here in this video is a live event where we do healing demonstrations. I bring somebody up unscripted out of the audience, and they volunteer, and we brought a lady up with severe balance issues, a lot of injuries all on one side of her body. And we did the brain balance and a few other techniques with the brain synchronization. And it's amazing to see the differences right there, live demo on stage in front of the camera to see how that works. So I hope you enjoy this video. Please forgive the audio quality. It is taken in a live setting. So enjoy. Thanks. So Anna, tell me what hurts. Your whole left side, and how long has this been going on?
Forever. I have balance problems and everything that hurts is on this side. Everything I've ever broken is on my left side.
Does this balance issue, does it cause you pain right now? Is it in pain or is it just a...
I have a lot of pain. I've broken
because of
a lot of bones on this side of my body, my back, my ribs, my wrist, my knee a couple times. Like I said, everything I've ever hurt has been on my left side of my body.
Okay.
I have tennis elbow.
Okay. So if I was to just be doing this by what I think, and I was to ask somebody before I called them up, tell me what's going on with you, she would be a person I would never call on. I love you, but no, when you describe that, I'm like, okay, how are you going to make a dent in that? But I trust, when she raised her hand, I checked, yes, come on up. But if I was rationalizing it,
You're just too big a mess, that's all there is.
I know that. To take myself away from it.
So is your balance off a lot? I want to have something we can test.
Yeah, my balance is messed up. I do wear balance.
So come over here. And just try, if you stand on one foot, can you even stand on one foot on this side right now?
Like I said, I can. I have YouTube in it.
Okay, you know what, that's a pretty good test. So again, we're not doing pain at a level. I don't know where this is going to go. Okay, can we take your glasses off? Because I already know what process we're going to do next. And again, go ahead and sit down. I do several different modalities, and so, if you take your car to a mechanic and he comes out with a hammer and a screwdriver, you kind of want to get in your car and go to the next station, right? But if he rolls up and his toolbox takes up the whole back end of the garage, you're like, well, he's probably fairly good. And I'm not saying that I'm the best healer in the world and that I know everything there is to know, but I am proficient in 18 different modalities, and so there are several different tools that I'll pull that I can access, and we're going to experience some of that now. So the first thing we're going to do is a brain sync, a brain balance here, and just try and get both sides of her brain in sync with each other. So this is a different process here. What I'm going to do is, are you okay if I touch your head and then we access the heart, but I'm going to, the heart, I can access it from the back as well as the front. So I'm going to ask you while I'm doing this tapping part is to just take a deep breathing cycle. So you go breathe in, but breathe in as much as your tummy, breathe down to the bottom of your diaphragm, and then breathe out. That's one breathing cycle, one in and one out. And so, go ahead and what I'm doing, you'll see I'm kind of behind your head. And that's good. And then this is a different region of the brain. We're going to do 4 regions of the brain, and then I'm tapping on both hemispheres of it. And then on the heart. And so now do a breathing cycle here. Okay. Very good. And we go for this section of the head. Do another breathing cycle. And another. And then up here. This is not, if any of you are familiar with the emotional freedom technique or EFT tapping, this is not that. Although I do use that one, and it's amazing how it can help things. So, one more breathing cycle. This is actually from a healing system called Body Talk. Okay, very good. Is that locked in? Again, I have no idea, but I'm just curious. It's just that one thing, if it made any difference. Do you mind standing up? I'd like you to take a few steps back just to kind of give things a chance to settle in. You step over to the side there and then come back. And now try the thing with standing on one leg and the other. And again, I don't know. I have no idea.
That's a lot better.
Was that the hard one?
Mm-hmm. That was the bad one.
Okay. Now, again, sometimes the brain, things just get out of line. And a lot of times, like the one meridian that we was working on, sometimes the meridian will say, nope, I just flipped my breaker, I flipped my circuit breaker, we just need to reset it. And sometimes this is just a reset. However, I would recommend that for you, try this every morning and every night. You can do this on yourself. So you'll start in this region back here, 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 and here.
And then your heart.
Yeah, and your heart in between each one.
Are you telling me there's something wrong with my brain?
Yes, yes, he is.
Just wake the whole thing up.
No, it's just synchronizing it. We're getting, you know what? The left side got mad at the right side, and they're both standing there. I'm not. Now we got to shake hands and hug. Okay. So
Do you feel any difference?
go to energies, Kris, because I just got another piece of information. Go to circuits and systems. Now go to disconnection. And spirit out of body is what I'm looking for. Okay, what you can see is an image of a person here. It looks like, you know, as you'd imagine when somebody dies and their spirit rises up out of the body. What can happen is when there's a blow to the body, the spirit, I don't know how to describe this, but if you've ever gone to a rodeo and you see that bronc rider right before he gets thrown, he's hanging in, he's not sitting in the saddle square. That's kind of happens to the spirit. Your spirit literally is out of sync. It's not fully seated in the body. And this is also something that's going on with her.
Kind of like your shadow.
Yeah. And so I think our spirit, in my experience has been, things I've learned is that it resides right here in the heart. You know, that's the center. Our mental expand, and you guys have experienced that, and many of you are that way. When someone comes into a room, they just fill the room and you sense it, you know, because their spirit is just so expansive. Because they're in alignment with their purpose and with light and the truth. But the spirit, it resides here, but if it gets knocked out, well, you can have a lot of things, and I sensed that as soon as we got done out of the process, that we needed to do this. Yeah, let's see what her connection is to it.
Well, right here at the top it says 0% connection results in death.
So we're going to see if she's above 0. Good news.
Check her pulse.
So she's got 10, she's got 30, she's got 40, she's got 50, 40, 2, 3, 4. 44% connection. Okay. So again, these changes, even though that sounds like, oh my gosh, if we move that in, we should. Sometimes these changes, they take a while to settle in. I never know what to expect. But. So now, is there anything I need to correct before we move the spirit back into the body? Again, with the system and the way they train this to roll the magnet, but again, I really depend a lot on, because I'm gonna ask for another moment of silence, and just to help that this will be effective and done correctly. Now, move your spirit back into your body, center it in your heart, where it belongs, needs to remain there permanently. And release in Jesus' name.
I just felt like my spirit wandered around a little bit.
It did?
Yeah, I did.
It's, yeah. Well, it hasn't been anchored in. So do we have 100% connection now? Yes. So I have no idea. Do you want to stand up and doing the ballerina thing again? I see. Walk just a little bit to kind of, and then walk back, just to get it. But sometimes the body needs to settle into the new paradigm. Now go ahead and do the thing. I'm going to stand up here.
Wow. Wow.
That's amazing.
How long since you've been able to do that?
Years.
Okay.
Literally years.
Is there anything else? You know what? For right now, again, I said if I asked her before I brought her up here, she is the last person I would have somebody invent something before I'd have her. Because that just sounds like a very daunting thing. Obviously, that's not everything, but we've seen just a dramatic change right there. So, can you, thank you. Thank you.